Have you ever read an article online and wanted to leave a comment about a specific sentence or paragraph? The Israeli startup Fidback has figured out how to let you do just that. Liran Rosenfeld is the CEO of the startup, and he joins us with more. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, thank you.
So what is Fidback? What does Fidback do?
Fidback is a modern commenting system that sits on the side of the text instead of at the bottom.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can you explain that a little bit more? What's the difference between being able to comment at the end of an article versus being able to comment in the middle?
When content consumers want to comment, it's never the entire thing. They always want to comment about a certain paragraph, a line, or a video, or even an image. We allow them to do that. Content consumers can now say something specific and be heard. This is something that they can do at the bottom of the text, because at the bottom of the text, they write with lots of other comments, and they can't really say what's in their mind. So they write comment that's not of quality. When it comes to publishers, Fidback allows publishers to have a new real estate for advertising, especially on the mobile, and also advertisers can now have a new place to be in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what about Fidback is different from other companies that offer similar features?
Well, Fidback is the only company today that is interactive and sits on the side of the text. The killer feature is that it's in real time. This means that if I want to say something specific, I can start a conversation in the middle of the article. So when other content consumers are reading, they can spot in a very nice way that there's a conversation happening in a certain place at the text, which brings them closer to the text and to the article.
Right, so on that note, this startup is probably not only useful for the users themselves, but the websites and the authors who are writing this content, because that feedback is clear.
Yes.
Can you talk to us a little bit more about that?
Yes, Fidback, we just had a nice pilot, a test with an Israeli newspaper, and we've seen that Fidback increases user engagement. We see that 25% of the readers actually go to the side of the text and read what others had to say. We see that there is more of quality content, and that brings a lot of value.
Interesting.
Yes.
And you know, there's obviously, we've heard a lot about this, but there's a lot of negative feelings related to internet comments and anonymity in public forums. So it makes us wonder if being able to write comments in public spaces is even a positive thing for people, right?
Well, you know, the publishers make so much effort to get the attention of their users, and they spend so much money for that. Instead, the users, the content consumers, they go to Facebook, they go to Twitter, and they comment in other places. Why not help them comment in a better way? When you comment on something specific, you know what you want to say. When you go down to the end of the text, you kind of lose it with a lot of other information. With Fidback, we allow consumers to be part of the article, and that makes them write nicer things. And I think that part of the new internet, you can say internet 2.0 or 3.0, it's part of that is being heard. It's being part of the content and being able to express your feelings. And if you can do that on a certain piece of information that's interesting for you, you would write a quality comment. And that's what we've seen in our pilot.
Well, it's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. And,
thank you so much.
We're excited to see where this heads.
All right.